everybody. So today is Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week I thought it would be fun to talk about a period piece that I think is a fun one to watch. We have February starting, so it seems like the perfect time to talk about a romantic period piece drama. And we're talking about Sense and Sensibility. And Sense and Sensibility was actually the first Jane Austen that I ever read. And I loved it so much that I read Sense and Sensibility, Persuasion, and Pride and Prejudice all in about a month. And I just loved them. And I used to, before I got so busy with my podcast, I used to read all 5 Jane Austen books every year. And I just love her writing. I think it's so witty. I think it's so smart. I love her characters. And Sense and Sensibility is definitely no exception. And in this movie version, it was actually adopted by Emma Thompson. She won an Oscar for her adaptation. And she did such a good job of basically translating this book into a movie. I mean, everything is there. It's very accurate to the book. And you have her playing Eleanor, the more strict, honorable character of the 2 sisters. And then you have Marianne playing the more headstrong, free-spirited of the sisters. And then they have a younger sister and mine named Margaret. And at the beginning of the story, their father has died and their estate is getting sent to his son from previous marriage. And he's made him have a promise that he will take care of the girls, but through his wife, he's convinced to not do that at all. I love Harriet Walter as Mrs. John Dashwood. She is a very, very duplicitous in this role in here, and she's so good with that. But all the casting is really excellent in this. The only thing that I would maybe question, even though I think she does a good job, is Emma Thompson, just because she's definitely too old for the part. So she was 36 when she made this movie, and she's supposed to be a teenager, supposed to be 19, I think, is the part of Eleanor. And so that's the only thing, is she definitely is too old for the role, but she does a really good job. And I think she has pretty good chemistry here with Hugh Grant playing Edward. And he's so frustrating in this movie. You just want him to be a man. And in that time, what he's doing is the honorable thing. But in our modern view, it's just so frustrating because you want him to speak up for Eleanor, especially the incredible scene where they're meeting and he's getting the advice from her about Lucy, and that is just really, really, really tense and well done, that scene. And Ang Lee's such an interesting director because he's just done everything from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon to Brokeback Mountain to his Hulk movie to this. I mean, to Life of Pi. I mean, he's done something in almost every genre, which is really impressive as a director, and to be able to do so many of them well, it's very impressive, and you understand why he's Academy Award winning director. And I think that Kate Winslet is excellent in this movie. She captures the free-spirited nature of Marianne so well. I mean, you could say that her and Alan Rickman are also like a strange casting, but he's supposed to be a lot older than her, so it kind of makes sense. And you can see, I mean, who wouldn't be attracted to Alan Rickman, I guess. But after she's just been so headstrong over Willoughby, it kind of, I guess, makes sense she'd rebound to Alan Rickman, to Colonel Brandon, after that kind of foolish, headstrong romance. I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic that they have between the 2 of them. And you have so much literature worked into here. You have Shakespeare worked into here. I think we all became aware of the 116th sonnet from this movie with "Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when its alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. No, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken." I think we all became very aware of that poem through this movie. I also love the music in this movie. I think that it is a beautiful score by Patrick Doyle, and all the sort of mournful songs that Marianne plays are very beautiful. And of course, all the costumes are excellent. I just love this story about these two sisters. I have three sisters myself, so I really relate to the dynamic, even to the younger sisters, the three sisters, because I have younger sisters and the oldest sister. So there's certain parts I can relate to Marianne because I was pretty headstrong and independent when I was young. But then also I can relate to Eleanor being the oldest sister, and all of the characters in a certain degree I can relate to. And I think that's why I love Jane Austen so much, and why I got so excited when I first read Sense and Sensibility. And I love this movie. I think it's beautiful, and I think it's not just a romantic story. It's a story about these women and their choices and what they do. And so if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I think you'll really enjoy it. And I think it still holds up. It's just a really lovely story about sisterhood and friendship and love and passion and duty. All those themes are all there. So if you've seen Sense Sensibility, what do you think of it? Where does it rank for you in the Jane Austen movies? I would love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, and please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I also have a Patreon group and merch store. Appreciate that. Taking a look over there. And thanks so much. And if you have any suggestions for family movie night, I would love to hear. Put in the comment section. And thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.